Well, I haven't made a video in a while, but this is my new bike. It's 2018 Yz250x, and I really like having tools and stuff with me when on the trails and things, but I really didn't want to do the tail bag, just, you know, because sometimes you slide back and you'll hit it and whatnot, and it just looks better without one. And so I'm like, well, where in the world could I keep some extra plugs or some tools or whatever? And I got in here messing around the other night, and I don't know why it dawned on me, but I got to thinking about the way this foam is under here. So what I did was I hollowed out in there and embedded some spark plugs in there. I mean, this bike don't really, I've got it tuned and everything where that it doesn't really need extra spark plugs, but you never know. And, you know, buddies may need some for their bike or whatever. It's just always good to have some if you're running two strokes. And I was thinking, well, that's great, but where do I put some tools? So I got to looking around when I had this thing off, and there's a little 8mm nut right under here that holds your number plate on. So what I did was I found a thumb nut. I don't know if you can see it there very well. I found a thumb nut that fit it just perfect. And then you can see right here is really the only evidence of there being anything there is these two pop rivets. Well, I went back in behind. You just barely can see right there. Right here, this black bag. I take the thumb nut off on the bottom. All it does is it sits down on these pins. Take the thumb nut off, it'll sit right out. You can take it off, do whatever you want. Get your tools, put them all back together, put it back on the bike, and nobody's none the wiser. And you don't have it all carrying around in your backpack and all that stuff, because I've done that for a while and it gets old, because you're carrying your stuff and then your buddies are like, hey, since you've got a backpack, why don't you carry my stuff? And next thing you know, you got 10 pounds of extra crap on your back, plus your water bag and all that. And you know, I'd rather the bike carry as much of it as possible, but I didn't really want it to look any different. So that's what I did. And anybody else has any trail tips or tricks and stuff like that, feel free to share it with me or whatever, because I'm always looking for stuff like that. I appreciate it.